Hello and welcome everyone. Andy Bryan here again from the Soul Pathway. And today within this video I wanted to provide you with a collective Soul Pathway reading for August 2021. We are going to be looking at the energies of the month ahead and what we can look forward to. As always though, at the moment we are experiencing these ups and downs in energies, and it can be very intense at the moment, so it's going to be really interesting to look at and explore what's in store for the month ahead. What I will say though before I get started is that throughout August I've got an offer on where I'm going to be providing personal Soul Pathway readings for just $55. So if you would like a personal reading, please be sure to check out my description within this YouTube video where you can book your personal Soul Pathway reading. And with that done, let's jump into the reading itself and explore the energies of the month ahead. So as always, I've got both the decks here. I'm going to be looking at where we are on our journey right now, what it is that we're going through, and then we're going to look at what we are actually working through in terms of the energies, so we can get through this and live more in alignment with our soul's calling, our soul pathway. So let me choose a card from this deck first of all. We'll see what the energy brings. Just bear with me a moment while I tune in. Okay, so we'll pick out this card first of all, and then I'll look at the rest of the pack in just a moment. So let's turn over this card. Okay, excellent. So the phase of transcendence, we're all in a phase of transcendence at the moment. And the phase of transcendence is all about healing and growing and stepping into who that we are meant to be. In many ways it's the culmination of our ego, ourself and our shadow coming together as one before we get to that stage and phase of unification. But transcendence can be challenging at times, because what we're doing is stepping away from all the ego and conditioning, what we've been taught to believe about ourselves and the way that we live our lives. And then we've got those shadow aspects that are coming up. But our shadow aspects are really revealing aspects of our soul that are wanting to be loved and accepted, so that we can transcend in consciousness and awareness, so that we can heal ourselves and love the wholeness of who we are. So transcendence is a beautiful thing, and it can be challenging at times. But the truth is, with each challenge and obstacle that you face, it's shaping you into the person that you are meant to be. So it's essential that you go with the flow of what's coming up for you, so that you can be more aligned with your soul's calling rather than living through conditions and patterns of the ego. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read out from the card and my little booklet here, because the booklet is absolutely fantastic about explaining the card. So let me dive into that here. Okay. So the phase of transcendence. In transcendence, we rise above our ordinary limits and live more frequently with our soul's essence. We may encounter difficulties along the way, which may serve as lessons to assist our growth and spiritual evolution. Each and every situation, whether it appears to be positive or negative, is truly shaping us into the people we're meant to be. If you have pulled this card, it is time for you to notice the trials and tribulations you are facing as you shift your consciousness and awareness. You may need to notice your soul tribe gathering around you to provide extra support at this time through this phase of your journey. If you have a mentor in your life, allow yourself to lean on them for guidance. Okay, so that's very, very important card. And when we're going through the phase of transcendence, as I said, it can be tumultuous. We can have those real ups and downs, and our soul tribe will be those people that are always by our side, lifting us up when we're feeling down. And those people are essential for you. They're essential for each and every one of us as we go through these difficult and challenging moments in time, so that you can love, honour and appreciate yourself for who you are. There's no doubt it can be challenging, but this is just a stage and phase of your journey as you begin becoming at one with yourself. So now I've pulled this card, let's just jump into the rest of the pack and see what comes up here. Okay, so we've got a lot of cards here, and what I do is I just fan them out, and then I'll pick a card from the deck and see what comes through here. I usually like to pick 3 cards, as you may already know. There's 1. There's 2 there. I feel like it should be that card. Alright. Okay, fantastic. Let's put them to one side for the moment, and we'll see what these cards bring. Just lay them out. Fit them all onto the screen. And we'll look at the first card here. Excellent, excellent. Well, that's very important. The horse, spirit animal, is relating to our own horsepower, the power that we have within ourselves in order to set goals and outcomes and visions, in order to push through and get what we want in our lives, what we want to achieve. Horse is very much connected with their soul and their feelings, what they feel deep inside of themselves. And in many ways that is what drives them forward. It drives them forward to find that sense of freedom, passion within. So horse medicine is very, very beautiful in terms of moving through this stage and phase of transcendence, because we all need that motivation, that inspiration and that drive within in order to get through these difficult and challenging times. You must wake up every day with somewhat of a positive mental attitude in order to get through, in order to see the bright and beautiful things in this world, however deep and challenging life can be at times. We can all get through this, but there's no doubt it can be incredibly challenging. So bear with me a moment while I look at the booklet as well and see what's written in the booklet. Okay, move that over a bit more again. There we've got 43 here. The spirit animal of the horse brings you horsepower, as I've mentioned, the driving force to achieve your goals and dreams. Horses are known for their sensitive and loving nature and have a deep sense of compassion as they connect with those around them. If you've chosen this card, then now is the time for you to use the medicine of the horse to accelerate yourself towards your desired outcome. Tune into your passion and your purpose and align yourself with what sets your soul on fire. This will bring you the motivation and inspiration to focus on what you love and notice the greater sense of freedom within your life. And in many ways it's really essential to think about this as a collective, because often what so many of us are focused on right now is that are those restrictions, those restrictions that are being put into place around the world that are preventing us from living our lives in a free way, so that we can be free to live our lives as we choose. But the truth is, freedom is found within. So we have to go within, connect with our purpose, connect with our inner power, and drive and move forward in order to create the freedom at which we love. And as a collective, we're looking at ways that we can do that now, so that we're not restricted and binded by the systems and structures of society. You know, recreate your own system, recreate your own, in many ways, society, so that you can allow yourself to be free. But you've got to set those goals and intentions for what it is that you want to create in your life, or else you won't be able to manifest what you truly desire. So that's a beautiful card there, the spirit animal of the horse. And let's look at some of the other cards. Okay, see what the next card is. So the next card we've got here is the archetype of the Fool. And the Fool is very, very interesting, as at the beginning of the journey, the Fool is very much the person that doesn't take life seriously. They make a joke out of life and the way in which they live it. And in many ways that's a good thing, because they're connected with that inner joy and they're that happy-go-lucky person, which is beautiful. But when you don't take life seriously, what happens is you don't attain the goals at which you want to achieve in your life. You dismiss aspects of yourself and even maybe aspects of your shadow. But the awakened Fool is beautiful. The awakened Fool is very much the one that connects with the inner joy and the love of life, and that inner child of play that likes to have fun at the same time, but they are taking life seriously at the same time, but they're living for each and every moment, which in many ways is what our inner child loves to do. So the Fool is a beautiful card, and what I wanted to do here is also read from the pack, or the booklet, so I can explain it in more detail. So bear with me in just a moment. Okay, 19. So the Fool archetype is the aspect of our inner child which knows how to play. Initially, the Fool makes a joke out of life and neglects important aspects of themselves and their own healing. This can result in irresponsible actions and self-depreciation. The awakened Fool, though, responsibly embraces joy. Life is experienced fully and celebrated for its own sake. If you have chosen this card, it's an invitation to connect with your inner child once more. Slow down and look for opportunities for play and laughter. Alternatively, this may be a warning that you're not taking life seriously enough. Notice if there are areas in your life which need more attention. So as I mentioned, a very beautiful card, but you can see there, when you don't take life too seriously enough, you may be neglecting important aspects of yourself. The most important thing about the awakened Fool is enjoying and embracing each and every moment for what it is. Life should be celebrated for what it is in these moments as well, because life passes by in the blink of an eye. So that's a beautiful card there. Okay, let's look at the final card and see what it brings up as well. Okay, brilliant. Now that hasn't come up for quite some time in the Destroyer card. The Destroyer card is about the self-destruction of ourselves when we're unawakened in many ways, where we've got that, you could say the petulant teenager that likes to rebel, but in the process of rebelling they tend to destroy aspects of their life that is serving them well, but they've got this rebellious nature about them. But when you're more awakened, in the case of the Destroyer, what you're doing is you're destroying aspects of your life that are no longer serving you. So getting rid of all the things that don't serve you anymore in order to become reborn. Because you could say that card is all about that death and rebirth at which we go through, that phase of initiation to stand in our light, stand in our power, and be who we're meant to be. So that's a beautiful card. And again, I wanted to read from my little booklet here do see what it says. Okay, 13. So the destroyer archetype is part of ourselves which recognises and removes anything that is not helpful on our journey. It's quite useful in clearing the path and making way for something new. In the early stages, this can appear as destructive behaviours and attempts to anaesthetise the pain of letting it illuminate what is not going well in our lives. If you have chosen this card, it's an invitation to embrace the awakened destroyer as you connect with your own inner strength and courageously determine what is right for you. Step into your power and rid yourself of anything or anyone that prevents you from living in alignment with your soul. So that's very, very important there. And you could say, if we bring these two cards together, the phase of transcendence is all about, growing, evolving and stepping into who you're meant to be. But it's also about embracing your soul tribe, because your soul tribe is always around you if only you allow yourself to notice them. And they can, as I've mentioned, when I spoke about the card earlier, they lift you up when you're feeling down. But there are also people on your spiritual journey and soul pathway who can act as shapeshifters. And these shapeshifters in many ways can look like what the destroyer card looks like there. They can assist you in destroying aspects of yourself where you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough. And in many ways, it's all about noticing these people in our lives, and those people that show up with these characters and people on our journey, that in many ways it's essential to disconnect from these people, detach, so that you can learn to love yourself once more, rise above these ordinary limits so that you can become who you're meant to be. But the destroyer card is all about, destroying aspects of yourself and your life that don't serve you anymore, so that you can step into the things that do. So that is a very beautiful card, but you can see it to be quite challenging at the same time. But that's my reading for August 2021. There's a lot we can speak about there. So look at your phase of transcendence. Look at what's serving you and what isn't. And allow each and every experience to shape you into the person you're meant to be. And as you begin to do that, set your goals and intentions of what you want to create in your life. Look at your goals and outcomes and your dreams and your visions. As you power through and you use the medicine of the horse to set you free on your journey. Connect with that inner child and that inner fool, because that inner fool will allow you to embrace the joys of life as you live each moment in time, because life can pass you by in a blink of an eye. And then finally, wrapping this up here, we've got the archetype of the destroyer, which is destroying aspects of yourself and your soul that don't serve you, so that you can step into the things that do. So thank you for listening to this reading. I hope you found it to be valuable and useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you would like a personal soul pathway reading throughout August 2021, as I've mentioned, there are only $55 throughout August, and that's because it's my birthday month. So please be sure to book a reading with me. If you have any questions or comments, as I said, leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I will say take care, much love, and I do look forward to connecting with you again in a video very soon. Bye for now.
Awaken your soul pathway and shift from self to soul. Download our free app on the Google Play Store, where you can disconnect from your mind in order to reconnect with your soul as you awaken to your spiritual journey and connect with your soul from within. Learn from one of our many courses available on Udemy. We have our Archetypes for Life program, where you can connect with your inner world in order to transform your outer world. We also have your Awaken Your Inner Warrior course, where you can learn how to balance your masculine and feminine within. You can even take the journey of divine love to embrace your soulmate or twin flame. Or you can honour and heal your shadow as you shift it from darkness to light. Gain deeper insights from Spirit as you connect with your soul and awaken your soul pathway with our Soul Pathway Oracle cards. Visit www.thesoulpathway.com for more information.